Hey everyone, do you know the best color you should wear to fit your personality? And also, do you know how to shop to maximize your closet with all the things that you're proud to wear that represent who you really are? Now, today we have a very fun guest, Karolina Chic. She is an image mentor who has been helping ambitious women turn their shopping and dressing habits into a prestigious and credible image within 30 days. So, let's dive into this fun conversation. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'm very excited to meet with you and to dive in on more about what you do for women, professional women. And you look lovely, by the way. I know Carolina just like going over her like allergy reaction,
Thank
but she
you.
looks lovely. You know, she's been great, and I can tell that she's like an expert at this. So, first of all, can you share with our audience what your background, where are you at, what time is it over there, and how did you get started in doing what you
Well, for starting, I blame my friend Carmen because my friend Carmen became my friend after she said the few following sentences to me. It happened. It happened when my younger daughter was still in preschool. So she approached me once in May on a playground, as you do, and she said, I like your style. I've been observing you for almost a year, and I would trust you with my wardrobe because I've been on maternity leave forever and I want to re enter the workforce, but I have no idea what to wear. Would you help me?
do? I
So
see.
I helped her, and as we were doing, redoing her wardrobe, and I was just telling her, just as a friendly advice, what I would do, what I wouldn't do, what I would wear, and how I would combine the outfits for her, particularly. She said, you should do this for a living. And I said, are you
Oh,
mad? Who would pay me money for this? And she said, you're so good at it. No, I seriously, I think you should do it. Didn't you see how people dress? I said, well, yeah, they do, but it's their business. And she said, no, you should help them. I think you should do it for a living. Next day I registered my business and here I am. So
what
that
was
was the
that?
beginning.
How long ago was that? That was very interesting.
Oh, 8 years ago. 8 years
Oh my
ago.
God. So I have to say thank you, Carmen, for saying that to Carolina,
Yeah.
because I think she is very good at this. So yeah. So why? Okay. So interesting. So who do you normally help? Like what kind of like clientele do you have? Like when you first begin, like let's say who is your first client aside from Carmen, maybe? Like who is your first client? Who is your first paying client, and how did you help them? 'Cause I always
My
want to know
my
how people
first
start.
paying client was a lady named Jen, I believe her name was Jen or Jennifer, and she was moving houses. So she hired me and she didn't want to take everything that doesn't suit her anymore. So she wanted to just probably donate it. So we went through her wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that. And that was the first time I set up my business. And
Hmm.
I said, well, so if people think I have good taste, I'm going to help them, but it's so not enough. So very early on in my business, I realized that there is that I need formal training. But the trouble
Oh.
is that it was so difficult to find something that would be really solid. And I've tried many things. Of course, first I started with books, but every book had something that just bothered me to no end because the advice was too general. And I said, this just doesn't seem to be working. This is not good. I need to find something proper. And after a few months of very thorough search, I found a lady in England, Kimball Sower, and she teaches image consultants only. She is brilliant. So the moment I realized what sort of information is out there for general public and what sort of information is actually true for general public, I said, oh my God, no, I need to bridge that gap. This is impossible. I need to help all these people because everything they hear and read, including me up until that point, is just garbage. It's nonsense. It's just 5%, 3% of help. It doesn't help them at all. It's just the advice is actually marketing in disguise.
Hmm. Tell us a
So
couple of those. Tell us like a two or like a two example or something we've been hearing from like media marketing, and then you
okay.
corrected it based on what you've learned. I think this is gonna be like great for our audience to hear.
The biggest one for me are, well, there are two main areas. One is my specialty, my love, my passion. I live it, I breathe it, I teach it. I just love colors. I love colors. I've always had. And as a child, to give you an example, like everybody was playing with Lego in play
Oh, I
school.
love Lego.
I was organizing Legos by colors and shapes. So that was my game. I didn't care about building houses or anything. So that's one thing. So one is color, because it's a basic human experience. People see color from the moment they open our eyes until they close their eyes. Most of us probably dream in color as well. So it's a huge part of our lives. And the thing is that we associate color with various emotions. And if we see a person wearing flattering colors, we create immediate emotional response in our brain. And so colors actually determine if we like the people in the first fractions of a second. If color is flattering, we say, oh, yeah, that looks good. Friend, no foe. And if the person is not wearing flattering colors, we think, I don't know, there is something, I cannot quite put my finger on it, but there is something I dislike about this person. So color is probably it. So the point is that nothing can compensate for wearing the wrong color, nothing. And there are colors that are repeatedly promoted, black being a big one, that no matter what you do, black is always safe color, it's classic color. I don't know what classic colors are, but that kind of nonsense that is so easy to sell, and it looks so bad on the vast majority of people. Like some people are really not meant to wear black because it's a very heavy color. It's difficult to style it so it can suit everyone. It won't. Even if you try, you have to make adjustments. But if you have to make adjustments, should you really wear this color? So that's a big one, color. And the other one that really doesn't help anyone are body types. And if you are this body type, you should wear this, this, and this. And if you are this body type, I don't know, there are 3 basic body types. I work with body types too, but I call them 3 basic body types. And then we go into physical features. Because just recently, last week, I was creating something I call Total Lookbook for 2 ladies. Both of them are short. Both of them have straight body type. Both of them have great legs, by the way. They are more or less the same age, but one of them has.
How old are they? How are they?
How old are they? I never ask. I don't style by age. I ask by what I see. So my guess, it's somewhere late 50s, early 60s, I think. I never ever ask unless they tell me. And so one of them has a noticeable chest, like very, very noticeable chest. So she is a straight body type, but I have to address it completely differently. And I was purposefully comparing those two when I was specifically talking about dresses, when I was talking about jackets, when I was talking about tops, swimsuits, everything. You need to dress these 2 women with the same body type completely differently. And this is where this is where the general advice doesn't help, and I think it does more harm than good.
True. I never thought about that. That's great to highlight, actually. Yeah, like you said, black is like safe. I wear black too. It's like sometimes like it's a safe thing. And you're right. Not everybody is. It's a safe choice. It's really like no brainer type of thing. But it's not. You have to be a little bit more mindful. Sounds like, about who you are.
I wouldn't say it's safe. I would say it's very easy, but the results may not be as impressive as people hope. And the biggest disservice is, even though darker colors help or have that slimming effect on people, however, black in particularly, and I want to stress, I have nothing against black color. I love colors, including black. But if it's not worn on the right person, like I said, it just doesn't create the illusion it should be. And especially for women who worry about their weight, which is increasingly more and more, they say, if you wear black, you will look slimmer. But the problem is that color has certain characteristics. For example, red appears red on the same subject. I'll explain it in the following way. Let's say you have 4 objects. Let's call them mugs. Okay, let's them be mugs. You have 4 mugs. They have exactly the same shape. but one of them is red, one is blue, one is black, and the other one is, I don't know,
Yellow.
yellow. Okay, will be yellow. A red color make object seem to be closer than they are. Blue color does the opposite.
Okay.
Black color creates the illusion of weight, so it looks heavy. So if you have those mugs and you ask a child which mug is heavier, he will probably or she will probably point at the black one. It just looks heavy. So if a woman who feels heavy and big is wearing black, the first impression is not that she looks slimmer than she is. The first impression is, oh, she looks heavy.
Oh my
So
God, this is the light bulb moment number one right there.
So this is why I always suggest to explore other colors. If you want to wear dark, yes, by all means, because they do have that slimming effect if that's your goal. But black is not the universal solution for everyone. I would say rather opposite. There are about, I typically estimate there are about 25% of my clients that I could genuinely say they look stunning in black. 25%. Yeah. And now if you see that almost everyone wears black, what about those 75%? It's not fair to them.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That was amazing. That is a great insight. I didn't even realize that. So that's great. And so who are your majority of your clients now? Like are they like professional women with like certain age group, or are they like certain style, or they're mixed?
It's so funny. There is no particular category, and that's why I say that I help ambitious women or ambitious people, but the vast majority of my clients are women. I would say nearly 90% now. Every now and then I have a male client, and it's typically for color because they are clueless there, and rightly so. So who are my women? I was just writing down because I was trying to define that for myself, who are the people that I attract, and they vary. The youngest client that I had was 24, I believe. She said she was 24 at that time. The oldest client, I still don't know her particular age, but my guess, based on the information she shared with me, is that she's in her 70s.
Oh, wow.
So it's not an age group. It's not an age group. They come from various sorts of professional life. A teacher, a dentist, professor, researcher, therapist, truck driver, it's just so different. Yeah. But what these women do have in common is that they are ambitious. They haven't given up on themselves, and they want to improve, and they like what they see. They love the results because shopping's easier, dressing's easier, everything is easier, and you get that payment back in the means of compliments. And if you do it once, and then you do it again, and you do it again with different outfit, you see that you're on the right path. They are doing something wrong. So you do understand that those colors did change the way people see you and you feel about yourself. That style advice did help you because it is better. If your hemline is somewhere else, if your sleeves are shorter, if your, collar is different, is not notched lapel, but shawl, it really, those little details, those half inches, those color nuances can make a huge difference in person's appearance. And as a result, and this is the reason why I do what I do, that I want women realize their potential, whatever it is. If she's dating wrong man or married, I don't want to split any marriages, but if she's, let's say, in a dating pool, I want her to feel confident because she has so much to offer. Just because some jerk told her in the past that she's ugly, which happened to me, and it happened to be my boyfriend, a person that is supposed to love you, that should be dedicated to you, that should be encouraging you in every way, just brings you down every time. So when I said at the beginning that I know what it feels like to feel ugly, because it's all about the feeling. I'm not saying that I was ugly then and now I'm beautiful, but I felt ugly then and now I don't. So this is the thing, that it has to come from within. And this is when I said that it has to come, it starts in your mind. It has to come from you. You have to see your essence. You have to see who you are as a person, as a woman. And if you are able to dress that woman, because dressing rituals are actually something we have to do, and we do every day for the rest of our lives.
Yes.
So if you are able to implement something very positive into those rituals, it improves your mindset. And if your mindset is improved, you aim higher. You aim for better people. You want to surround yourself with more supportive people, with people who motivate you. And it honestly starts with the way you dress.
Yeah. It sounds interesting when you explain about the mindset. Like we started with like the fashion, the exterior and all that, and then you dive into the mindset and your essence. I only talked a little bit more about that mindset. Like when people come to you, do they have the right mindset already, or do you have to guide them to their mindset? You know, in capturing the essence. How do you like kind of, so give me like maybe like one or two example of like the most rewarding experience of you helping someone and then it changed their essence or their confident level. Can you
Um,
share?
when they embark in the program that I've created in 2020, actually, it premiered in July. It's called Summer School of Style, and I'll be launching
Oh,
again soon.
Mhm.
Summer School of Style is a program with 30 consecutive lessons, one lesson per day. This is how the program is designed. And we start with the mindset. So we don't care
Ah,
about body types at the end, actually. So we start with
mm,
mindset, and I guide women through the set of exercises, very targeted exercises. There are 3 exercises and a lesson at the end. And so they go through it. We talk about various experiences that they have. There are worksheets. Some of them are just literally like something that they have to fill in like 5 words. Some of them are
mhm.
longer. And that one particular exercise that it's there, the third one, is the most difficult one. And sometimes it makes my clients cry because
Oh,
they realize what I realized when I was told repeatedly that I'm ugly, and my whatever is too big, and this is too small, and this is too short, and so this is something they have to write down. And if
oh
they
wow.
see it written, and if they read it, they realize that this is not who I am. This is what bad people did to me. And my essence is somewhere else. So I guide them through the set of another exercises in that lesson that follows. And at the end of it, they have to write who they are. And I said, now we are going to dress that woman.
Right. Can I ask you something? This is gonna be since you mentioned like some of the stuff make them cry, and then do you see like more answers, like more common answers? Do they talk about like certain part of their body that's like very like when they say it, is there any a common like weaknesses that they actually say like having hard time saying, and it's commonly like share with other people, and then how did you guide them through it, to pass that? For example, is it like their boobs too small, or like are they too fat? Like what is it that you actually commonly see? Because I noticed that you always point out things that's really different than what the media or what the marketing, I'm curious if your experience is like a little bit different from just asking that question.
Most
or
of the most of the elements that women or people generally, but since I work mostly with women and I'm one of them, uh,
yeah.
that we don't like about ourselves is from the external sources. And I always think about my grandmother. She lived through
Mhm.
2 world wars. She gave birth to 7 children. Only 4 survived. I honestly doubt she has ever eaten in a restaurant, unless it was just somebody's wedding, somebody from a
Oh,
family. She led very simple life all her life. She worked hard. She lived pretty long, so it's good. But I genuinely doubt she has ever stood in front of the mirror and starting, observing her body and
yeah,
saying
yeah.
to herself, "Oh, you know what? Your chin is double, and your breasts are hanging, and your butt is just too big." It's just ridiculous, honestly.
You barely have time when you have.
That's one thing. But another thing, why would you do it to yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying, and I'm a big proponent of staying fit and trying to stay slim. I'm not saying thin, but as slim as possible, because I think it's natural, because I think it's healthy, and I have never ever seen a success story of a woman who was healthy before, not saying thin or anorectic, but healthy before, slim and healthy, and would gain 50 kilograms and would consider it a success story. So I am a big proponent of healthy looks. However, I am opposite of everything that would you should look like this, or you should look like her, or your breasts should look like that, and your derriere should have this shape or that shape. It's just no, because we are so unique. Like I said, there actually are certain, but I call them basic body types, but then everything is different. But if you realize in the last 2 centuries, but mostly in the last century, how the body types are mixed with, breeding between races, between nations, because everything is just so mixed up that you cannot work with 3 or 5 or 7 body types anymore. It doesn't work like that at all. So I want women to celebrate their uniqueness, who they are, because it does matter, despite what everybody else says, that, oh, it doesn't matter what you look. It's important is that who you are inside. Well, it is important, but we don't see inside, we see the outside. So I want them to define their essence, knowing who they are, believing who they are, and dress it from the outside, regardless the size and length of everything.
Yeah, I love that. Like, you start at the right place, which is the mindset, right? Because a lot of time this has to be cleaned up first, and before you even dive into like what essence you have. And so you earlier in the conversation you mentioned about body types, like there's slimmer. Is there like certain body types, like for example, like when you meet someone like a client, how many different types? Like I think you mentioned 3 or something earlier. There's certain type of body types when you work on, like when you start getting into your wardrobe and things like that. Is there like certain body types you categorize in? I know each one of them is customized, but like the base, like the base.
Honestly, I'm hesitant to answer this question, because if it's taken out of the context, I'm where everybody else who I don't want to say against, but whose advice I wouldn't follow even in my worst dreams. I don't want to say that, because, and I'll tell you why. I've created something that I call Style Parthenon. Style Parthenon is something that your style is built on, and it has 5 pillars. And the first one is your lifestyle. Nobody teaches lifestyle. Now everybody will after they listen, but nobody teaches lifestyle, because this is the biggest part. What you see in the magazines that's another of my pet peeves. Every woman should have this. Every woman should have that. Oh, you must have this. I don't. Honestly, I don't. I don't have to have a white blouse. I don't have to have a pair of jeans. I don't own a single pair of jeans. I don't have to have a trench coat. I don't have to have, suit. This is not my lifestyle. So that's number 1. Pillar number 2 is the style personality, meaning what you like wearing, not what you like on an actress, but what you like wearing. Who do you want to be? This is the essence part. So that's why I have to start with the mindset. The third pillar is how you actually like shopping. How you like that experience, like who you are as your character. It has nothing to do with wearing, but how you approach actually shopping and dressing rituals. Because some people hate shopping with vengeance. Some people would spend like days there. They could even sleep. They should bring sleeping bags, and yeah, and that's not good. Actually, I heard an anecdote too with this, because they were shopping for the shopping experience. They weren't shopping for wearing. And I said, shop to wear. Don't buy to own, but shop to wear. So that's the third pillar, who you are. And then comes the physical appearance, 3 basic body types, plus the specificities of each of our bodies. And then it's color. Because color is the base of it. Honestly, what else would you base your wardrobe on if not on your colors? Because colors is how you combine things together. This is where the harmonious outfits come out of. Colors, the right combination of colors. And if you wear the right colors in the right combination, in the right amount, you look as if you were born it, or if the colors were meant for you, and therefore you create very positive impression on people, because not only you look good, but you look like someone who knows what he or she is doing. And if you know that, wow, she must know more. let's give her a chance. Or I want to date that woman, or I want to date that man. He looks capable. He knows how to take care of himself in terms of, if we use the metaphor of oxygen mask, so he's able to do that, he'll be able to help me too.
Interesting. You know, actually, you answer my question brilliantly, brilliantly. Okay, like I asked you this piece, and turned out you just explained it. My question was only for your one pillar, and
Yeah.
you actually took me a little bit bigger picture, and that is really, amazing. I think that's a golden nuggets right there. When you realize that it's not just one solution on just. I noticed that that's what maybe the media sometimes, only focusing on. It's a bigger picture, and that's like brilliant. I love. Thank you for explaining it very thoroughly on that one.
You're welcome.
So,
If I may, I
yeah,
just want to add that why 5 pillars, because if you leave one out, let's say you leave out lifestyle. This is where people, let's say you buy the right colors and it fits you perfectly and everything else is fine. But sometimes, quite honestly, very often, especially my in-person client, because I see their wardrobes directly, they shop for other people's lives. They shop what they like, not for the life they lead. If you leave out the colors, I've already explained myself, so I don't need to repeat it. Like if you shop for somebody else's natural coloring or your coloring, that's just wrong. You will never look good in the right colors, not to mention fit. It's easy, if your sleeves are too long and your hemlines are just lower or higher than they should be. But it's all combined. And also, many people, speaking of style personality, when I said that the second pillar, that you need to know what you like wearing. Because let's say bohemian chic. I love bohemian chic. I don't see myself wearing bohemian chic even in my tomb. So it's not going to happen. I love it on others. I appreciate it very much. I recommend it to my clients who are, who are oriented this way, but I would never wear it. It's just not who I am. It's not my essence.
Interesting, like how I probably made that same mistake, like shopping for someone else. Like, what I'm saying? Like, and you're like, you bought it, you like it. And I'm like, why did I even buy this? And I never wear it. It's like I bought it and then I never wore it. So it's like you realize that this doesn't look good on my skin.
And the set of bad advice, bad influence, media influence, in combination with sales season is a disaster. Because not only you don't buy things that you for the life that you don't lead, but you buy things because they are cheap, not because you like them or they suit you or fit you. But it's just like I said, you just give the store your money, you deliberately part with your money while they are trying to get rid of their excessive merchandise. So you give them money, you take that excessive merchandise, and you place it in your wardrobe. You place it in your wardrobe that you also pay for, because you pay for the space you inhabit, and you don't wear it. Wow. So many times it happened. So many times it happens especially with the first client. Why did you buy this piece? I don't know. It was on sale. Okay.
I think like our audience was like, oh shoot, that's me.
Right.
I'm so okay.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love a good bargain, but just why would I buy something it's not for me?
I'm like very open about my own mistakes. They're just the way I am, because I like to always learn new things, right? So I'm gonna be like the guinea pig here. But so we need like to the spring cleaning or whatever cleaning season that you have, But I think sounds like from listening to you just now, like we have to be more mindful of what even we have, like in our closet, whether it needs to stay there or needs to leave, And if we were going to put something else in there, it better be something that suits ourselves, our essence, right? And our lifestyle and what we actually like and comfortable wearing and looks good, not just looks good and represent what we want to be representing. So, and you mentioned about color. I mean, I love like when you said that you're like image mentor and you're ready to help like ambitious women go from coffee and chic to like custom chic. I love that part. I get it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So color is like your passion, right? Now, can you explain to us a little bit about like each color? Like, do you have like certain color that a lot of these ambitious women normally like land with, you know, like the certain personality land with certain kind of colors. Do you have kind of stories or like something to share about certain colors that, you know, you apply to some of these women? Is there?
You know, there was a story I wrote up and I shared it in my summer school of style, but I should probably put it out on my blog. And there was an interesting story about a woman. She was the mother of 3. I also met her in my daughter's preschool. And
I'm a mom too, so don't get me
yeah,
wrong. I
so-
feel like my networks from there.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, so I was helping a photographer who was trying to establish himself, you know, to build his portfolio, and she looked like she had a potential. So I invited her in, and she was always wearing beige sweaters and, you know, something very practical, something very mumsy, something so uninspiring that it was just killing me. And so I brought her in because she got a free photo session and he got a free client. You know, he didn't have to do anything, like finding something, because it's he, and he was afraid that if he addresses women, it would be taken the wrong way. So I was helping him with this. And so she came, I styled her, we took a few pictures. And when she came, he just looked at me and said, "Are you kidding me? This?" So what am I going to do with her? But, you know, then I put some nice clothes on her and we did some makeup. And at the end of the session, it wasn't that she was ugly. She was just boring to no end. And because she didn't know how to use her potential. And then at the end of the session, while she was still wearing her makeup and everything, she said, "You know, I brought an extra outfit. Could I please take a few pictures in it?" So yeah, by all means, what is it? So she went upstairs, she changed, she came down the stairs, back again, dressed like a gypsy. She was stunning, you know, complete opposite of was entered the room, complete opposite what I styled her in, because I saw her more like a classic lady. So a lot of jackets, you know, and polka dots, God knows what. And then she came downstairs as a gypsy, her toenails painted red, you know, big earrings, a lot of golden trinkets in her head. And so we put on Gypsy King's music, and those pictures were just the best pictures that we've ever taken with her, or probably in general in that year. And she said, "That's my alter ego. I have nowhere to wear it." So speaking of alter egos, later on I learned that she, like whatever boring job she had, I don't know what job she had, but she just started teaching children playing flute, and she probably dresses like that from now on. So, or from then on. So it is important for a woman to dress, or for any person, as a matter of fact, to dress what they want. But I'm not talking about comfort for comfort's sake, but she has to feel comfortable in that extra layer that she's wearing. And knowing, oh, I look so good. I can seduce that man if she's in dating environment, or I can attract this person, or I can build trust with this audience, or I can build trust in this investor in my business.
Yeah. Is there any certain, you mentioned about different occasions, right? Dating, you have like a investor thing, you know, or like the day-to-day, right? You know, there's a couple areas that you're thinking of. Let's just say you're helping someone, okay? And let's say me, okay? Let's say you pick me, okay? Just like, I'm the guinea pig. So let's just say, you know, someone like me, I'm an ambitious person, you know, I'm a designer, you know, and also I'm a brand designer, meaning like, you know, like packaging, products designer, right? And I will meet clients, and sometimes, yes, I will be meeting with like clients, and I do, like, I always pick and choose my color. I was wondering if I'm doing it correctly. You know, like certain presentation, I will match my color, you know, to certain presentation, certain style, right? Now, if you were to give me an advice, you know, like if I were going to go on a date, or like versus, you know, go on like, you know, do you change that? Like for like, because your essence is your essence, but the occasion changes. Now, do you normally like, when you help a client, do you like give them sets of clothing? It's like, you know, like certain direction of wardrobe for certain occasions?
I do. As I mentioned before, in Total Lookbook that I've created quite a few of, Total Lookbook is a 44-page booklet, and it has everything. It has everything. It
Oh,
has your color, it has your personality, your style personality. I create imaginary outfits for that person based on their colors, based on their figures, of course. And it does include photo shoot. It does include special event. It does include speaking opportunity because for various occasions and dating and so on, if they ask, but you dress differently when you are on a stage. You need to be visible. Like visibility is key. You still need to look good, but visibility is key. So you aim for brighter colors from your color palette. They still have to look good on you, but
yeah, yeah,
since people will not see the color of your eyes, but they will
yeah,
see the color of your hair if you have any, and they will see the color of your skin. So it shouldn't clash. It should be something super flattering. And this is where I see most mistakes public speakers make when they wear black or other dark colors, but typically black, and the background is typically black. Nobody checks background when they go on the stage. This is the first thing I would ask because I want to stand out. I love red, for example, and it happens to suit me a lot, but if the background's red, I'm not wearing red. I'm wearing something else from my color palette. Equally flattering, that will make me notice that even the guy in the 51st row still see me well. And I want to be remembered as that woman in bold colors or that woman who looks particularly good. Funny thing is with colors, getting back to it, people notice it first and remember the longest. Because nobody will tell you, oh, I remember you were wearing 3-button jacket. No, they will tell you, oh, I remember you were wearing, I don't know, blue blouse with white polka dots.
That's so true. I think that way too.
See,
I will remember the person based on color. You're right. You're right.
Like I said, it's a basic human experience. That's why it's so funny because since I introduced it to my followers and of course my clients, they just keep coming, and the vast majority of our consultations are about colors because nobody cares about style anymore as much because they say, oh yeah, hemline here, but what about colors? So especially if they were in their coffin chic black and white realm, and all of a sudden I feel like you look stunning in the rest, you should wear gold more, or try forest green, or I don't know, emerald green, yellow green. It's like somebody let you out of prison for many of them.
Yes. That's, oh my gosh, this is so insightful, Carolina. I'm so glad you're here. And I actually want you to if someone wants your help, in like styling them or being their image mentor, how do they like find your? I think you mentioned something about like your launching exciting course of some sort. Tell us more about it.
Well, at the beginning of December the 4th, there will be a live.
This coming
December. Yeah, this coming December will be. It's Friday, the week after Black Friday. It's a masterclass, very highly interactive live masterclass called Phenomenal Photoshoot. And on this particular masterclass, I will be sharing with everyone interested, but probably mostly people who want to, but somehow they are shy, want to share their branding pictures, but they are just hidden in their shell because they feel, like I said, they feel too old, too fat, too ugly, too God knows what. And I want to show them that I went through the same experience myself in various stages. So when I was young, I felt too ugly, then I felt too fat because I gained a few kilograms, and then I felt too old. And who's gonna want to see my face, right? And you still believe, maybe a little bit, not me, but people still to a certain extent believe those lies that people in high school hurt them with, and they still carry that burden. So I want to see women that while they still should try to aim to look good and appealing, they should dress their potential, and they should definitely, based on that, use it as a springboard for their inner potential, because they have it. They just think that they are destined to do the job that they don't like, or they are just thinking too small, or they don't believe in themselves. They believe that they deserve to have a bad partner, whereas they don't, or stay single forever. No, they should make bolder choices. So that masterclass will show women two things: what's possible even if you are old, ugly, and fat, or not necessarily that all three, but how they should overcome, how they should try to find the best angle, the best pose, the best colors, the best environment.
Yeah.
Because I have people following me for years, literally for years, and every now and then I address them. I'm launching this. Are you interesting? I think that this product would really, really help you. I want to, but, and then there is but. And the biggest, the most frequent reason is I need to lose weight, or I'm too old for this, or what else is there? Oh, well, I had, I'm not going to mention details, but I had another lady who had a specific health problem that's related to the way she looks. So I said, are you going to make me this and this and this? I said, well, no, but you'll feel better about yourself if you do this, this, and this. So there are always some barriers, because it was said, it's probably on a highly biological level, that it said that women should be beautiful. And if we don't qualify, we just feel threatened, so we just retract, right? We hide. And that's good. That's just wrong. And there is that ageism that just bugs me to no end, because we have so much to offer. We middle-aged women, we have the experience. We've learned our lessons. We are more patient, more observant, definitely wiser. I'm still learning a lot to learn. I hope to live, I don't know, another 40 years or so. But I feel that sometimes I feel that I would burst with what I have to share. And I think it would be so selfish of me not to share it with people if I can help. If someone, just like a client recently sent me a message, and she said, and she was the Morticia Adams, right? All the time in black. And she said, she sent me a picture of a very bright fuchsia coat. And she wrote in a message that I looked at that coat and I said, I could wear it. Not that I'm interested in buying it, but then I realized how much was hidden in me, that the yearning for colors, it is there, but we are so massaged. Don't get me wrong, I love Karl Lagerfeld. Chanel is my top brand. I really, really like it. But the notion of little black dress is a lie that was refined until it resembled truth. And it's just not, is not true. I would modify it. I would say a little dark dress.
Okay, I like
but
that.
not black. Black, like I said, it doesn't look good on 75% of the people. Besides, if everybody wears black, they look like ants in an anthill. It's like wearing a uniform, deliberately wearing a uniform. Who would, if we were forced to wear a certain color, whatever it is, we would hate it. We would say, no, why are you forcing this color on me? But people just somehow massaged over decades, accepted that it's easy, that it's the best choice, or that it's just possibly the best option because it's elegant and it's chic. It can be on the right person.
Oh my gosh, this is so empowering to me. Like, you re-inspire me again with all the things that you shared. So I really think that this is something that's going to inspire our audience too, to check out who they are and what they what kind of emotion they have and want to be passing on to others, to the world, right? And this is like beyond just the wardrobe. I think this is like in our Blooming Aces mission is like we would like to connect 10 million people with their superpower, and this is kind of like one way to do that.
Oh, absolutely. Honestly,
so,
the easiest way.
Yeah. So I would like to basically so please provide us with the link later on. I'm gonna put it available for our audience to get in touch with you, and then when you're launching your your new program, we want to basically help you promote that, so people can have access to it. And you've been really, I love your energy. I can tell your passion, and I'm so glad Carmen, your friend, like really gets you into this path. Thank you, Carmen, again. This is, I'm blown away. I mean, just like with what you share, and I know that I want to actually have a session with you after this.
Okay.
So really, like, because it's really exciting, like colors and things like that, and then I have few women in my life that actually always wonders, like, how do I style this? How you style that? I think it's amazing that the breadth of knowledge and how true, like your observation and how you apply it to different type of women. I think this is really wonderful. So thank you so much. And I would like to ask you one question about, if you were to leave one message, like one main message to our audience today. I know it's a hard one because you have a lot to
Mm-hmm.
share. And one
Mm-hmm.
thing, like, because a lot of probably audience watching, and they come from different background, and then they have their situations and body types and mindset, and I'm sure, like, by the time they listen to the end of this podcast, they'll be wondering about, what should I do next? So what would that one message be?
That one, without sounding like I want to promote something, but honestly, Summer School of Style is the best thing I've ever created, product
Sounds like
wise.
it. I didn't even know that
Because
you have that summer style.
yeah, it will be launched later on this year. But it's learn. If it's not me, I don't know who else, because I haven't seen. I searched far and wide, and I haven't seen anyone else doing what I
Me
do.
neither.
So,
I haven't seen someone like like you.
but
So
I
I'm
would
so happy to share it.
I would enroll in my Summer School of Style, because it's lesson by lesson every day.
Yeah.
And you learn something new about yourself. You learn something new, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and why, what suits you, what doesn't, literally head to toe, inside and out. And at the end, you create your signature style solution. So you
I
know
love it.
what you are doing.
I
And
love it.
why I would do that. So whether you decide to go for Summer School of Style or not, do that, because you have to dress for the rest of your life. And why shouldn't
Yes.
you do it your best? It's your money you're spending on clothes. It's your inner, it's your self-esteem at stake. It's your confidence, and it's your goal. And if you don't use your potential, if you keep hiding in whatever it is, which colors or just which styles, it's such a waste.
Yeah.
Learn how to
It's like,
dress.
yeah. It's an investment for yourself. This is like an investment of, for yourself forever. It's really great. I'm so happy that you building all of these tools for women, and not just women actually, like, but mostly women, but more than that, like you said, you help with men too. But I think it's we need those tools for sure, to really unravel all this noise, right? And then really stay true to yourself and come out strong and confident, and it's truly who you are. And I think we can use everybody. Everybody needs to be, you know showing up for themselves. And then I'm glad that you're here to guide all of us, on the image mentoring, you know field, right? And then I'm so glad you're here to share with us in this podcast, and I really thank you for your time. How can our audience follow you? Are you on Instagram or Facebook, or where can we follow you?
Yeah, I am. First of all, I want to thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure talking about things that I love doing. Yeah, it's always good to hear more about colors. Whoops.
I
Um,
can always say more.
well, I'm quite vocal on Facebook. So facebook.com/Karolina Chic. Also, I have an Instagram account with the same name, Real Karolina Chic.
Real courage.
Real. I'm real, because somebody, actually, I don't know who, created a private account. They have like 5 followers with my name, and they don't give up the name. They don't do anything, but well, people. And then there's Twitter account, of course, and I will be creating a series for Summer School of Style later in December, a series of videos, and I'll be posting them on YouTube as well.
Awesome. Great stuff. So yeah, we will definitely follow you on that, and keep following your journey, because you definitely help our audience and our mission as well, to get them to their superpower and eventually freedom lifestyle, both in mindset and in real life. So thank you so much for your time, and hopefully you come back some other time when you actually have summer, the summer school launch and everything, and we can, revisit everything that you have built, from now till then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
All right, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that episode with Karolina Chic and learn a few tips for our wardrobe and also our mindset about how we show up with colors and fashion, and as well as, knowing that when to actually stop ourselves from overshop for things that we don't need. And so if you like this episode, please hit likes below and also comment if you have any questions or would like to share with us what you are going to change right away from this episode. And also, please subscribe and forward to people who might need to hear about these insights from Karolina. Don't forget that Karolina is going to be launching some of her fun offerings soon, and provided all the ways to contact her below with in social media, as well as her link to website and also her link to her phenomenal photo shoot promo. So don't miss out on that, and please subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.